We return to our end of the year review on education, and to discuss the subject further is an educationist and director, NIDDA IT Hub at the University of Lagos, Dr. Victor Udumuyiwa. It's nice to have you on the News at 10.
Thank you.
So let's look at the performance. How would you assess the performance of education in the past year, 2021?
Well, first I would say we've kind of made some progress, because in 2020 we were at home. Yeah, there was pandemic, and there was also a strike. So about 9 months, we were at home. So resuming 2021, and I think it was a progress. And also many institutions, universities started in online learning. So I think we moved, I can say maybe a decade forward. What people thought was not possible before became possible. And we started seeing changes, even to the extent of writing exam online, remotely. So I think we made some progress, in 2021. Yeah.
So let's talk about the issue of curriculum, which is already changing, as it were. What are your thoughts on this issue?
Yeah, of course, the world is changing, the jobs are changing, and the skill set needed to work there are changing. So of course, curriculum needs to be reviewed regularly. And what I would add is that the kind of jobs we have today are different from the jobs we had before. And so most often, years back, people want to have a degree, university degree, 4 years program, 5 years program, and they get the job. But now we are looking for, people are having, companies are requesting for some nano certifications. That means they want people that are just specialized in one area, just a technical area. We have competence in that area. And so it does not really require a 4-year program. And so apart from reviewing curriculum for the university, there are other programs coming up, short courses, like we have at our hub, and also other hubs around the country, short courses, and also all the different MOOCs all over the world, where you can go for micro-certification and nano degrees to complement the normal degree program. So that means it gives you more skill set in certain areas, because your normal degree gives you broad knowledge across a domain. So curriculum review is welcome, and also complementing with short courses and also micro-certification and nano degrees also very important, and it's also changing the game today. For instance, course era recorded about 90-something million learners just 2021. And among them, Nigeria was about maybe 1 million, about 1 million learners from Nigeria. And out of the 1 million learners, we have about 200-something thousand that are students that are also trying to learn one thing or the other. Apart from what they are doing in the university, they're also trying to learn one course, do one short course or the other on course era.
Interesting. Yeah. So let's talk about the tertiary institutions now, because we talk about strikes affecting our tertiary institutions, and this keeps happening over and over again. What advice would you give to avoid this trend, considering the interruptions the students have to go through whenever strikes come up?
I think there should be more dialogue with the government. Yeah. Of course, we know that the education sector is not funded enough, even though the government is trying, but we know we still need more funding. And if you estimate what it takes to kind of educate a student in a year, and you try to divide the budget by that, you know that we are far, far below what we ought to be doing. For university education, you can't spend less than ₦1 million. If you want to really give a student a good education, you can't spend less than ₦1 million on a student per year. So if you try to divide the budget on education by that, and and that budget covers both tertiary, secondary, all aspects of education, you understand? So you know that we are not yet there as per funding. So there's more dialogue between the unions and the government. And I also want to believe that the alumni should come in and assist the institutions, and also the private sector. If you look at most of the best universities in the world, the Ivy Leagues, they're private universities, and you have a lot of input from the alumni and from the private sector. So I believe we should not leave it to government, whether federal or state alone. Alumni should come on board, and also private sector should come on board. Because at the end of the day, the products from those universities, who are going to employ them? You need them, and you want them to be qualified. You want them to have what it takes. So put your input into what's happening in the university to improve what they are doing, so that the products that you are going to employ later will be very useful and relevant to what you are doing.
So definitely we'll leave it at that. And educationist and director, NIDDA IT Hub at the University of Lagos, Dr. Victor Udumuyiwa, we thank you for your thoughts on the news.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.